Hey guys, I'm back again and I'm here to do a review of Pepper Seed by Malika Booker. Look at this gorgeous cover. Okay, can we get a look at the cover? And this is Malika Booker. Now, Pepper Seed is the first book on my journey to read more Caribbean literature. And Malika Booker is a poet and spoken word artist from Guyana. Pepper Seed is a collection of poems which discuss little bits and pieces of life in Guyana, as well as some personal aspects of the life of the poet Malika Booker. And she's fantastic. Now, I started reading the poems and immediately I was captured by her choice in words, the alliteration of her poems, and by the power and intensity of her poetry. Because her poetry, like, she covers nothing up. She goes to the depths of the meaning that she's trying to convey to us as readers. So the title of this poetry collection is Pepper Seed, and that is not for nothing. As you know, the seed of a pepper is like the hottest thing. And she uses that theme. It runs quite clearly through the entire collection. So we have a few very potent poems that start off the book, which deal with a three generational aspect, mother, daughter, and granddaughter. And it is very powerful and slightly disturbing. In general, the poems usually bring out a pretty razor sharp meaning. Some of them are pretty intense. For example, the one that I find that was the most intense was Pepper Sauce. Wow. This one is rough. But the thing about it is you progress through the collection and you learn about other aspects of Guyana. There's another poem in here that's called Lament for the Assassination of Comrade Walter Rodney. Walter Rodney was a academic and activist, especially for the poor working class. And he was a known activist who traveled around the world speaking on this issue. Well, he was assassinated in, I think it's in 1980, to be specific, June 23rd, 1980, which is part of the title of the poem. So I think he was assassinated by car bomb, if I remember correctly. And there is where she speaks about that, because I guess I don't know a lot about this I'm learning as I go along, but I think Walter Rodney's death was sort of like a mourning period. So a little bit like for us in the US with Martin Luther King. The poems go on to discuss other aspects of Guyana. And they even talk about in here is immigration. And it's a poem about some Caribbean people that arrive in Heathrow and are turned away. I think this is a great place to start with getting a little insight into life in Guyana. It's very short, but it is very powerful and full of lots of ideas and very worth the read. Her writing is extremely powerful and has a lot of a sensation of heat in more than one way. I would say also not only just in the sense of hot as in intensity, bringing out the emotions and feelings of life in Guyana. If you're looking for a poetry collection to read that will, because I read this 3 times and I still want to read it again because I know there are things that I've missed in reading and trying to understand more about Guyana. Now I am on a mission to find more Guyanese writers so I can learn more about this country. Now I'm going to link below one of the poems that I found of her performing it, and I thought it was fantastic. She would be a great person to actually see in person. So if you ever get a chance to check out Malika Booker in person, you should definitely go. She seems like a woman that when you would be in person listening to her poems, that you would just get sucked in. She really knows how to deliver her poems. And the ones that I like the most are the ones that are spoken in sort of like the patois of Guyana, because I think they are the most lyrical. They're not so easy to understand. They take a couple of readings to understand all of the words, but the beauty about them is the fact that they are so lyrical. It's almost like a song, and when you hear her perform it, it's even better. So for my first read, I'm giving this a big 4 stars, closer to 4.5 stars. It's really well worth the read, and I quite enjoyed it, and I'll be looking for some more Malika Booker in the future. That's all I have for you today. Bye.